Assembly elections, Congress is holding its extended CWC meeting in Patna. The meeting is being dubbed as historic by the party, as it will be the first time that CWC meeting will be held in the state in independent India. The last CWC meeting in Bihar was in 1940, and preparations are on full swing for the crucial meeting, which will see top leaders of the Congress party in attendance. The venue for the meeting is Sadakat Ashram, Congress party's state headquarters in Patna. So the preparations are underway, and the top leaders of the Congress party are going to be present for the CWC meeting in Patna first time after 1940. BJP has upped its ante, attack on Rahul Gandhi. Listen in.
लेकिन राहुल गांधी जी ने फिर उठा दिया है बेरोजगारी का मामला, और बेरोजगारी के साथ बेरोजगारी इसीलिए है कि चुनाव जालसाजी से जीता गया है। आज इनका पब्लिक स्टेटमेंट है। Rahul Gandhi has made a very shocking statement that there is unemployment in the country because of forgery in the elections. तो अब वो सिर्फ इसी इलेक्शन पर नहीं रह रहे हैं, अब वो 14 से शुरू कर रहे हैं। पहला सवाल है, राहुल गांधी जी क्या देश के जनता और वोटर्स का अपमान कर रहे हैं? 30 साल के बाद नरेंद्र मोदी जी को पूर्ण बहुमत की सरकार बनी। 14 में, 19 में, देश में हम कितनी सरकारें हैं हमारी? 19 जगह है ना? इंडिया में हाँ, 19 प्रदेश में हमारी सरकारें हैं। क्या कहना चाहते हैं? सब जीते हैं जलसाजी से। राहुल गांधी जी, देश की लोकतांत्रिक प्रक्रिया का अपमान करना बंद करिए और देश की जनता के वोट के अधिकार का अपमान करना बंद करिए। आपको वोट नहीं देते तो आप इस तरह की गाली पढ़ेंगे उनके बाद।
Let's go across to Nyamika, joining us in the broadcast with more details. Ahead of the meeting, political firestorm. Nyamika, BJP has upped its ante against Rahul Gandhi, hitting out at Rahul Gandhi for equating or drawing a parallel between unemployment and vote chori.
Well, yes, indeed. We have seen that how during the time when Rahul Gandhi had done 2 press conferences making these allegations about vote chori. In the last press conference specifically, he had asked the youth of this country to raise their, a voice against this entire matter, because he had also stated that this is a fight to save the democracy, and that is the only reason why he is seeking answers from the Election Commission of India. But repeatedly, the manner in which the BJP is attacking Rahul Gandhi for specifically, targeting the youth, to mention about the Gen Zs as well. In the past also, we have seen that how the BJP had stated that Rahul Gandhi wants to create the similar kind of political situation which has happened recently in Nepal, and that is the only reason why they are asking that the intentions of Rahul Gandhi is not right. That is what they are once again repeating this time as well. However, on the other side, the Congress party is justifying the stand of Rahul Gandhi. They have also stated that the entire electoral process in this country is under suspicion. The manner in which these facts have come out, which Rahul Gandhi had stated during the press conference, that shows that a lot of questions are going to be raised from the Election Commission of India. They are once again seeking answers from them, but they are also saying that why the BJP is rattled about this entire issue. When these questions are being asked to the Election Commission, then why it is the BJP which is coming to the front, which is justifying the stand of the Election Commission. But this time Rahul Gandhi is asking the youth of this country to raise their voice against this entire matter, seeking a reply from the Election Commission. He has also stated that the unemployment is also being on a rise since the time Modi government has come to the power, and repeatedly he is also seeking replies from the government of India regarding
and that clearly is going to be the top agenda for discussion, isn't it? The vote chori allegation by Rahul Gandhi during the CWC meeting. Nyamika, please stay on with us. At the same time, what's unfortunate is that there's no end to Gali politics. BJP today launched a strong attack on the opposition alliance, the INDI, accusing them of crossing all limits. BJP alleges that Prime Minister's mother was insulted by opposition leaders. They also claim RJD workers abused the Prime Minister's mother, calling insult and abuse the very hallmark of the opposition's politics.
एसपी साहब को एक ज्ञापन देने आए हैं कि राष्ट्रीय जनता दल आरजेडी का जो बिहार अधिकार यात्रा जो अभी निकल रहा है, उसी के निमित्त दौरान सररंजन में उनके द्वारा तेजस्वी यादव के मौजूदगी में आरजेडी के कार्यकर्ता के द्वारा देश के यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के माता जी को जो अपशब्द और गाली दिया गया है, उसी के लिए लेकर हम लोग आज युवा मोर्चा के कार्यकर्ताओं के द्वारा एक ज्ञापन दिए हैं एसपी सर को। उस पर कार्रवाई करने के लिए सख्त से सख्त कार्रवाई हो और उसको पकड़कर जेल भेजा जाए, नहीं तो हम लोग उग्र आंदोलन करेंगे।
ये गालीबाज लोग अपने संस्कार को छोड़ चुके हैं। ऐसे संस्कारहीन लोगों के बारे में चर्चा करना, ये आसुरी प्रवृत्ति की मानसिकता के लोग इस तरह के संस्कार को संरक्षित करते हैं और इसका घोर निंदनीय कार्य है। बिहारी को बदनाम करने का, बिहार को कहीं न कहीं लज्जित करने का ये खेल खेला जा रहा है और इस तरह के लोग बिहारी का कभी आइकॉन नहीं बन सकते। उस पर एक्शन ले, कार्रवाई करे, पकड़े, उसको बाहर निकाले, उजागर करे। हमारी सभा में कोई राबड़ी देवी को गाली दे, ये कैसे हम स्वीकार कर लेंगे? किसी महिला को गाली दे, किसी के माता पिता को, ये मेरा ना संस्कार है, न स्वभाव है। इस तरह के लोगों को मैं संरक्षित नहीं करता।
So BJP says this is not our sanskar, whereas the Congress party has hit back at the BJP saying this is nothing but a bid to deflect or divert attention from the real issues. Listen it.
मैं समझता हूं कि उनके पास कुछ मुद्दे बचे नहीं हैं और वो मुंह छिपाते फिर रहे हैं, क्योंकि राहुल गांधी ने साक्ष्यों के साथ इन तथ्यों को रखा है। कोई वो शब्द ऐसे ढूंढ रहे हैं, माँ हमारे किसी की भी माँ हो, ममतामयी होती है, आदरणीय होती है। और जो मोदी जी लगातार, क्या उनके माँ का अपमान केवल बिहार में ही हुआ क्या? जो अपने माँ के, जब मैं सुना तो उनके भाई की अपुक्ति सुन सकते, वो भी एक वायरल हुआ है। जो अगर जिस संस्कार की बात करें, माँ की मृत्यु के बाद उन्होंने मुंडन तक नहीं कराया है और इससे बहुत सारी चीजें हैं। तो ये कहने की बातें नहीं है, व्यक्तिगत चीजें हैं, लेकिन महत्वपूर्ण चीज ये है कि आज भी माँ शब्द के साथ हम हमेशा, हमारे लिए वो आदरणीय है।
All right, so you heard the kind of reactions that are coming in. We also have a reaction from Pappu Yadav. He has condemned the act of abusing the Prime Minister or Gali politics. He says everyone's mother is the same and abusing anybody is wrong. However, he has put the blame on BJP, saying BJP is getting its people to abuse the Prime Minister in Tejaswi's rally.
अच्छा एक बात बताइए, आपको कोई मतलब नहीं, प्रधानमंत्री जी जो जिसने गाली दिया वो गलत है, उसको जेल में ठूसिए। ऐसे लोगों का कोई जगह सोसाइटी में नहीं है। लेकिन प्रधानमंत्री जब डीएनए को गाली देता है तो आपको आप बिहारी नहीं है कि आपको शर्म नहीं होता? प्रधानमंत्री नीतीश कुमार को गाली देता है मध्य प्रदेश में, किसकी माँ बेटी का ये दुश्मन है, तब आपको शर्म नहीं होता? बिहारी को मारता है गुजराती में, शर्म नहीं होता? जब 42 करोड़ की गर्लफ्रेंड कहता है, शर्म नहीं होता? जब राहुल गांधी को कहता है बाप कौन है तुम्हारा, ये तेजस्वी जी के मीटिंग में जो गाली दे रहा है वो बीजेपी वाले हैं। वो बीजेपी वाले से प्रोडक्ट करवाता है सिर्फ सेंटीमेंट लेने के लिए। ये बीजेपी का धंधा है, कांग्रेस का ये संस्कार नहीं है। जो कांग्रेस में इस तरह की बात करेगा उसको कांग्रेस से इमीडिएट निकाल दिया जाएगा। अरे भैया, तेजस्वी का आदमी होगा तब ना, कोई भी गाली दिया मैं ही माफी मांगता हूँ। मैं कहता हूँ गलत है।
Let's go across to Niyamika, who continues to be with us. Pappu Yadav there, of course, siding with the Congress, saying that it's the BJP workers who are abusing Prime Minister's mother, and BJP is doing it deliberately.
Yes, indeed, we have seen that how the Mahagathbandhan parties are reacting over the same. This is not the very first time when such kind of incident has taken place. Even during the Voter Adhikar Yatra also, we have seen that how a person had used the abusive language against the late mother of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But this is for the second time when RJD leader Mr. Tejaswi Yadav was addressing the public. At that point in time also, we have seen that someone from the crowd has also used the abusive words against the late mother of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But on the other side, if we talk about the Congress and the RJD in particular, they are stating that this is not acceptable at all and a proper investigation must take place. But apart from that, they are also blaming the BJP regarding this entire issue. We have just listened to the statement which has been given by the independent MP Pappu Yadav. He had also stated that this is the dhanda of the BJP, as he has also made this allegation against the BJP that they are trying to seek sympathy regarding this entire matter, and that is the only reason why they are raking it up, as the Congress party is not in favor of using any such kind of language against anyone, not just for the mothers but also for even for the Prime Minister as well. But on the other side, he is also questioning that why the BJP is silent when such kind of words are being used against the Congress leaders or the RJD family as well, the Lalu Yadav family as well. So for that reason, the BJP is also coming under attack from the
Gali politics intensifying. Niyamika, keep a track of the developments as far as the CWC is concerned. For the moment, thank you for joining us for the details. Moving on, we have some breaking inputs coming in from Leh. Clashes have been reported in Leh. We're given to understand that the statehood protest has turned violent. Sonam Wangchuk, remember, is on a hunger strike, and Sonam Wangchuk's supporters pelted stones. Statehood protest took a violent turn in Leh. Massive clashes were reported. Sahil Sohail, my colleague, is joining us with more details. What happened? What led to the clashes?
There are clashes basically happening in Leh between the supporters of Sonam Wangchuk and police. Sonam Wangchuk is a noted environmental activist and has been campaigning for the constitutional guarantees of Ladakh. So he was basically on a hunger strike from last 15 days, and today in the morning, two of his supporters have basically fell ill. They were shifted to hospital, but this has basically angered the youth there and the supporters. Now we have these visuals coming from Leh, where in fact supporters of Sonam Wangchuk can be seen in fact indulging in violent actions, in fact clashing with police, resorting to stone pelting, burning tires on in fact main road that leads to Civil Secretariat in Leh. There's a complete shutdown being observed in Leh, and the apex body has also announced similar plans for Kargil as well. So both the divisions of Ladakh are basically demanding constitutional guarantees. There have been multiple talks that have happened between the apex body and Ministry of Home Affairs, and the next round of talks is scheduled for 6th of October in New Delhi, where Ministry of Home Affairs, basically the high-powered committee, will be meeting the apex body to find out solutions to the demands that the Ladakh body has been basically demanding from last few years. After 2019, Ladakh was basically made a union territory, but the apex body in Ladakh is demanding that it be in fact given statehood and placed in the 6th schedule of the Constitution of India and other, in fact, constitutional guarantees they have. Some of the demands have been fulfilled by the Government of India, Ministry of Home Affairs, but now Sonam Wangchuk, who basically is leading these protests, has been leading these protests, had gone on hunger strike, is there for 15 days. Today morning, there were, in fact, two of his colleagues who fell ill. They were shifted to hospital, and this basically triggered.
Well, he is on a 35 days. Climate activist Sonam Wangchuk is on a 35 days or 5 weeks of hunger strike. But he's also said that if the centre resumes result-oriented talks, then they can think about calling off the strike. We're also given to understand that the centre has invited him for talks, and apparently a meeting is going to take place on the 6th of October. Can you hear me, Sohail? Sohail, can you hear me?
Yeah. So basically the Ministry of Home Affairs had constituted a high-powered committee that is regularly holding talks with the apex body of Leh and Kargil. There have been multiple, in fact, rounds of talks between the two, and now there was basically a break that had basically delayed the process, but now Ministry of Home Affairs has again invited apex body for talks on 6th of October. This meeting is scheduled to be held in New Delhi on 6th of October. And the apex body was basically ready to go for that. They had, in fact, welcomed the move. But in between, there's this development that Sonam Wangchuk had proceeded on a hunger strike. And
well, the hunger strike also comes at a time when the district is scheduled to hold fresh elections for Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council. Visuals of the clashes also coming to fore first here on Times Now. Thank you very much, Sohail, for joining us with those details. We'll keep coming back to you for more. For the moment.